it will manifest to those people who experience discrimination to oppress also other people. And that becomes a cycle because hurt people hurt people.
Be brave, you should know your right.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to TINATALKS, where we talk about the rights of every human being. Nandito ako ngayon sa Metro Manila because I attended the Travel Expo with the theme, The World Within Your Reach. With this theme, we were able to see that Filipinos are really open to explore and travel other countries bilang ang mga Pilipino naman talaga ay mga well-traveled. So it was joined and participated by Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan, and other countries in the world. That's why maraming mga representatives from other countries that has been part of that event, and we were able to see yung natural na pagiging hospitable ng mga Pilipino sa iba't ibang mga lahi. I represented hospitality and tourism industry, and it's really innate in us to provide Filipino brand of excellent service. Yan man ay local tourist or taga-ibang bansa, iba ang kanilang kultura, iba ang kanilang paniniwala, iba yung kanilang upbringing, with no bias, with no judgment, and most importantly, with no discrimination. And for today's video, we will talk about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 2, which is No Discrimination. This article states that there shall be no discrimination on race, color, sex, age, language, religion, national or social origin, political or other opinion, property, birth or other status, whether you visit another country or a foreigner visits. Ayan, very timely talaga and relevant yung event na na-attendan ko. But, let us know ano nga ba yung mga common discrimination na nangyayari sa buong mundo. First is age discrimination. Very common lalo na sa mga nakikita nating relationships. It's become a norm na dapat the female is younger doon sa male partner niya. But nowadays and even before, we were able to see relationships na mas matanda yung babae compared doon sa lalaki, or they have really long age gaps and a lot of, age differences and even culture. But, for me, age really doesn't matter. For me, marami na bang mga factors and areas to consider when entering into a relationship. It's not just the age. Maraming areas like your personality, if it complements the personality of your partner, your way of thinking, the way you manage one another, maraming factors, maraming areas to consider, not just the age. Also, part of age discrimination ay ang paghahanap ng trabaho. I myself been into private industry for 15 years. And I can really say na nagmamatter ang age sa mga job applicants na ini-interview ko before. Sometimes when you are too young, that means you are less experienced. Minsan hindi ka mabibigyan ng opportunity to work in a company. But come to think of it, paano ka magkakaroon ng break? Paano ka magkakaroon ng experience na hinahanap nila if they will not give you a chance? Minsan naman, if you are too old, they will think that you are not able to do the job because sometimes they think na hindi mo na kayang mag-adapt sa new generation, sa new trend, So sometimes, hindi sila nabibigyan ng privilege, hindi sila nabibigyan ng opportunity to work. That's why no matter what age you are right now, all you have to do is to prove to other people and show them your capabilities, that you are really qualified. Let them know that your age doesn't affect your impact, your output to the company or to your work, for as long as, you keep on developing yourself as well. Sexual orientation para sa ating mga LGBT community. There are instances na hindi rin sila nabibigyan ng platform and ng chance to showcase yung kanilang skills and yung kanilang talent just because, they have different sexual preference sa kanilang sarili. But then again, yung sexual preferences naman ng isang tao, hindi naman siya makaka-define ng kaya mong gawin generally. As you can see, yung ilan sa mga kabilang sa LGBT community, they are in the platform right now. They are in social media. They do have a lot of followers and subscribers. Why? Because they are really talented. Like what I've said before, we are a unique individual that has a unique talent and that has something unique to share in the world that dapat laging nabibigyan ng platform, nabibigyan ng chance to showcase it, because it will not just benefit that person, but it will benefit the general public. Status as a parent. Sometimes, yung mga solo parent, yung mga pregnant women, sila yung nabibigyan ng less opportunity to look for a job because they think na less yung kanilang kayang ibigay for the company just because they are pregnant, they are solo parent. But come to think of it, those are the kind of people that really has a high sense of responsibility and ownership, because when they have that job, that becomes their bread and butter. So that's why they do love that job. I had a company before that they do hire mothers. Nagulat ako because it's really my first time that an HR asked me if I'm a mother already, because yun yung kanilang priority. In that company, all the workers are mothers na talagang we really support each other. We have the same language, and the owner of the company, which are male, single male, from other country, they do really appreciate mothers because they know the sense of responsibility, the sense of taking the ownership pagdating sa pagtatrabaho. And I hope yun yung ma-realize nating lahat, that it doesn't mean that you're pregnant. It doesn't mean that you are a solo parent na ang dami mong responsibilities outside. That's why, hindi niya magiging priority yung work niya sa atin. Let's not concentrate on that, but let's look at the brighter side and what this kind of status of being a parent can offer to your company, to different industries. And I really appreciate companies who prioritize hiring mga mothers, lalo pat ng mga solo parent, because just imagine yung kanyang deep desire to have a job to provide para sa kanyang mga anak, para sa kanyang family. Religious discrimination. Gaya ng nasabi ko sa previous vlogs ko, that we are created uniquely different. So that goes along that we have different preferences in life, we have different beliefs, meron tayong kanya-kanya nating pananaw at paniniwala sa buhay. And we want to respect that. I have encountered a lot of friends na we came from different religious groups, we go to different churches, but we do respect one another. And we have different opinions. Number one, because we have different status in life. That's why different din yung aming mga reasons kung bakit we choose to stay in this church, because we want to have this kind of community in terms of our religious belief. Marami kaming pagkakaiba, and we respect that. It's really sad that some of the people nagkakaroon ng lamat yung relationship nila just because hindi sila nagsisimba sa isang simbahan just because magkaiba yung kanilang pananaw pagdating sa maybe sa Word of God, even sa ating mga sinasamba, sa ating mga practices pagdating sa ating faith. Again, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, ang pinaka-bottom line nito is to have unity. But of course, that will start from the small communities where you belong. Pag dun pa lang pinapractice mo na that you know how to respect other beliefs and other opinions, you know, nagiging best contributor ka sa unified world that everybody is dreaming of. And I know, ayaw naman natin na yung mga dreams natin ay will just remain a dream. Gusto natin na talagang na-execute natin and we really see yung impact ng ginagawa natin. Like this one, that I am happy that I'm one of those few people who bring awareness about the rights of human being, that sometimes we are not aware that what we are doing actually discriminates other people, na kung saan because of this, they were not able to exercise also their rights. National origin. Black, white, we cannot really understand other people. Just because we have different origins, iba yung pinanggalingan natin eh. Iba-iba yung ating mga upbringing. You cannot really force yourself na maunawaan yung bawat isa. Minsan, when people do something wrong sa'yo, most especially if you know that it's not intentional, just always remember, iba kasi yung pinanggalingan niya. Iba kasi kinalakihan niya. Lumaki kasi yan sa ibang bansa. May mga Pilipino na lumaki sila sa ibang bansa at pagbalik nila dito sa Pilipinas, iba na yung kanilang, way of talking, way of communicating to other people, and yung kanilang ways of living, naiiba na rin talaga. We cannot really judge them and discriminate them because ganun yung kinalakihan nila eh. Let's just see the beauty in every person. Huwag natin silang i-judge just because iba yung kanilang origin. That's why actually saludo ako sa mga tao that they choose to marry different nationality, different culture. Ako kasi, ako dyan, medyo hindi ko siya naging option in my life dahil natatakot ako baka I cannot adopt. Ginawa ni Lord ang mundo na we are not restricted even to marry yung kapareho nating nationality, but you are free to marry anyone in this world for as long as you choose to love one another and to stay in love for the rest of your life. Disability discrimination. This is, I think, the most common sa lahat ng nabanggit ko. It comes with, physical discrimination. Minsan, dinadaan natin sa joke, but, I know, sometimes we want to make it light para hindi masyadong ma-depress ang tao, but we also need to be careful because sometimes other people, they are sensitive about it. I remember Will Dasovich. I was, inspired by his life story. He's a cancer survivor and parang ang sabi sa kanya, even though that you survive from your cancer, meron ka ng mga limitations on what you can do. But yung kanyang mentality, he's very optimistic na, no, I want to prove and I want to show the world that kahit na survivor ako ng cancer, kahit na the doctor advised me, though, depende pa din yan, it's case-to-case basis, hindi siya applicable sa lahat, that I can do extra mile. Kaya, grabe, extremes yung kanyang ginagawang mga sports right now. Yun yung gusto niyang i-prove. That it doesn't mean that you are a cancer survivor or you have this ability, you can do less. Instead, he wants to prove the world that I can still do more. Such a great story and inspiration para sa ating lahat. We do understand that there are companies na they are very particular pagdating sa physical appearance. Come to think of it, it's not really even their fault. Hindi naman nila ginusto na magkaroon sila ng disability, but yung feeling of nade-deprive sila na I wanna do that, I can do that, is just that. We have so many senses. God gave us so many senses. Sense of sight, sense of touch. And mawala man ang isa dyan, you have still the remaining senses that you can still work on it, that you can still use, to prove the world that I am still a normal being. Yung mga blind people, ngayon ang mga work nila commonly is nagmamasahe sila. And they're really good. And there are things that are not meant for you na hindi mo dapat ginagawa. But that doesn't mean na wala ka nang kayang gawin. There are a lot of things to do in this world. All you have to do is to look, tingin mong mag-work for you. And ang pinaka-rampant ngayon is bullying. It's so sad na ang bullying ay very rampant, not just in the workplace, but in schools. Children in their young age, they start to bully other kids na they think it's just a normal thing to do. That's why in year 2013, nagkaroon tayo ng anti-bullying law because it's becoming rampant. And yung effect nito ay hindi na siya nagiging maganda to the point that ayaw na pumasok ng bata sa school, ayaw niya nang mag-aral at all, ayaw niya nang i-expose yung sarili niya to anyone because someone just told him na she's like this. And because of that, hindi niya na mapakita kung ano yung maganda sa kanya dahil mas nag-dwell sa kanya yung mga hindi magagandang bagay na narinig niya. That comes to a point na naniniwala na siya na ganun siya. So, nawawalan siya ng self-confidence. Who among you right now who experienced bullying na up to now, somehow naka-recover ka nga pero nadala mo siya na naisip mo na baka nga ganun ako? Comment down below or like this video if you were able to experience bullying. It's sad to hear from people who experience discrimination na bakit ang unfair ng mundo? They feel deprived, oppressed, and less privileged. This kind of situation is actually very contrary to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 1, that states that we are all born free with equal rights and opportunities. One of the sources of discrimination is oppression, and most of the time, it will manifest to those people who experience discrimination to oppress also other people. And that becomes a cycle because hurt people hurt people. Kung ano yung feeling mo na na-deprive ka of something, and then when you see someone who wants that the same opportunity and you were not able to get it just because you feel na akin yun dapat, you will also want that person to experience the same what you have experienced. So what is the effect or consequence of discrimination? If the society or community tolerates discrimination, hindi natin mai-experience ang success, ang pagiging champion because we were deprived to exercise our full potential. And that will not only affect yung taong na-deprive but also the entire community. Why? Dahil kagaya ng sinabi ko, magiging cycle siya, magmamanifest siya sa isang tao until maipasa yung same culture, yung same thinking, yung same oppression and deprivation sa iba't ibang mga tao. And lahat ng mga tao, they will feel that they don't have the right, they don't have the platform, they don't have the space in this world. So how can we eliminate discrimination? Yes, we can eliminate discrimination in small ways and by starting today. Educate people and bring awareness like what we are doing here sa TINATALKS. We talk about the human rights of every individual, reminding you everyone that, hey, you have this right, hey, you have this opportunity. And also to remind you na kapatid, baka naman nadideprive mo na yung rights ng iyong mga kapwa-tao. Let's develop policies that prohibits discrimination and most importantly, let's execute it. Mas importante na hindi siya nananatiling plano, mas importante na nai-implement natin siya at nakikita natin yung impact ng mga provisions at mga policies na ating mga ginagawa. Eliminate hiring biases. Give those positions sa mga qualified and let's abolish the culture of it is not what you know, but it's whom you know. And as we always say, let's promote kindness. I think yan ang pinaka-powerful way ang maging mabuti sa iyong kapwa. I read this article, Discrimination and Intolerance. Sabi dito, ang discrimination is the most common form of violating human rights. And it really affects millions of people. And sometimes, it's really hard to recognize na yung discrimination na ginawa natin really violates human rights. And discrimination is closely related to intolerance, which means that we lack of respect sa ibang beliefs ng tao, sa ibang mga practices nila, and sa kanilang mga opinions. Kaya mahalagang malaman ang karapatan ng bawat isa dahil ang main goal nito ay ang magkaroon ng kapayapaan. Alamin mo ang iyong karapatan at maging mabuti sa iyong kapwa.
Huwag matakot, laban lang huwag kang susuko.